Hi, Sag, and welcome to your bonus love reading with Jade on Yes, Yes, Yes. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a quickie in a new spread, and first I'm going to start with the Mike Dooley deck, and we'll get some feedback from the Gabby Bernstein deck, and then I'll pull a power animal card for your person. Thanks again for coming back to the channel, and thanks for all of your likes and your shares and your subscribes. I love hearing all of your comments, and all that feedback is so amazing, so thank you. I'm loving this community, really grateful to be here with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my website is yesYesYes.life, and that link is also in the box below, as well as all the information on the cards. So let's get started. What does Mike Dooley have for you, Sag? For May. This is about your finding love relationships. So this is if you are a single, if you are single or just starting in a relationship and you're kind of curious about the energies, and this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So give yourself much more credit, Sag, much more credit. Now, I don't feel like you have an issue with this, but let's see. Whatever this is talking about will come up in the reading. So we're gonna see what you have to give yourself more credit on, all right? What does Gabby Bernstein have to say? I love these cards from her because they're always deep love, right? It's deep reflective love. So let's see, this is, the universe has your back. That's what this deck is for Sag. In May. One card, please. There it is. Oh, literally, the universe has your back. Just to remind you, the universe has your back. And it does. Look, there's a bird and the full moon. Full moon is coming up. So maybe there's some timing issue that we're talking about there. Full moon in Scorpio. So maybe you're having an issue, or not an issue, but a relationship or connection with a Scorpio. Ooh la la. So give yourself much more credit, and the universe has your back. Two huge statements from the universe, from things way above you, okay? I really like this so far. So first thing I'm going to find out, and I'm going to use the Power Animals card because I want to get a perspective on your person's characteristics, right? How are you going to recognize who they are? What kind of person are they? So let's find out. Oh, okay. All right. Possum strategy, have a backup plan. So your person is very good at survival, and I'm gonna say like they probably work in I think strategizing, like I'm gonna say tech of some sort, where they have to problem solve every day to make sure that things run smoothly, okay? So there's always, I feel like they're very smart about, and they're probably, they're very smart anyway, but they're very smart about making sure that not only that there's a backup plan, but there might be 2 or 3, but there's options. They like to have lots of options so that they don't feel stuck, and they don't feel, they're prepared, right? They're probably overly prepared. All right, all of the cards have been pre-shuffled. I'm gonna get another card from the Line Strider deck about your person's characteristics here. So the characteristics of the person coming towards Sagittarius, please. Characteristics, please, of Sagittarius. Okay, everything is really interestingly sticky. It's sticky in the bottom of the deck, not on the top of the deck. Ooh, look at this. Okay, I'm going to show you the bottom. And, okay, so at the bottom you have the 10 of Pentacles. What, Sag? This person wants to marry you, or you want to get married? What? What's happening to the Sag? Okay, now, we also had the 9 of Pentacles, which came out in the reverse. What does that tell us? That this person who has everything, who's been building, they've been building their work, they've been building, maybe they have pets, maybe they have a good home, maybe now they have a good foundation at work where they are revered or looked up to, they're in a leadership role, whatever it is. Now the only thing that's missing is love. It's in the reverse. This is that person who's ready for relationship. So your person is ready for relationship. They're ready to build a home. This home is coming towards you, okay? All right, beautiful start to Sag. Now let's see, how will you or have you met? Okay, I'm looking for the connection between you two. How will you or how have you met for Sag? All right, stickiness. Stickiness be gone. Ooh, Six of Cups. Came out in the reverse. All right, so this is that card of sweet first love, nostalgic memories. Some people say it's a soulmate card. Now it's in the reverse. Now, and this would be like a reconciling card, that type of thing. This is telling me, if it's here, if it's on the table, I'm going to read it. It's possible that this person is someone that you already know or have been in a relationship with in the past. But because it's in the reverse, what I'm going to say is that it actually feels more like it than it actually will have been, okay? And what I mean by that is when you meet this person, they're going to feel like you already know them, okay? And this is common. When you meet somebody that you're in alignment with, you feel as if you already know them, okay? You feel as if you've already been together in a past life or in the earlier lives. You know, you start finishing each other's sentences right away. You realize you like to do the same things and you're already doing them, and you've just missed, right? You've just missed meeting each other. But that's what the Six of Cups in the reverse is telling me, is that it's not exactly what you have experienced, but it's something very, very close. It's like an alternate universe, an alternate world love and connection. So they will feel like home when you meet them, okay? And how will you meet them? Well, I mean, this is more about have you met them? How will you meet them? I'm feeling like it's going to be in those activities that you guys have always been doing. And it's just, you know, you've been missing each other. So something's going to smack you two together. So if you're both on the kickball team and your teams haven't played each other, and then all of a sudden you have a game and you play each other, like it's that kind of thing, right? You're on the same league, but you've never met each other. Same pool, game, league, or all of that, okay? Now, how you will feel attracted, or if you will recognize them, we had the Five of Swords coming out in the reverse. So I feel like you are going to feel disarmed, okay? I love that word when I'm describing it about love, okay? So being disarmed is that it's caught you completely by surprise. This person says the things, they say all the things, they do all the things, totally throws down all of your guards, and you're just left to be completely vulnerable, but you can trust it, is what I'm seeing so far, okay? So you are going to feel an attraction that feels disarming, like it's gonna throw you for a loop. All right. So Sag, let's see what else we've got here. The characteristics of the relationship. This is the money question. Okay, so characteristics of the relationship. Let me have the characteristics, please. Ooh. We had the Seven of Swords energy. It came out in the upright. Now, this is how I read this card. People have different perspectives on this. The upright means that it's a self-care card. It's coming from a place where you're not feeling like you're supported, or it's a situation that you want to get away from. And what you do is you pull these swords together so that you can take care of yourself and you move on, okay? So that's what I see this card. It's not about sneaking away all the time. When it's in the reverse, it has a different meaning for me, but when it's in the upright, it's this person taking care of themselves. So what I'm seeing here, the characteristics of this relationship would mean that this is a self-care relationship. Now, we talked about being disarmed in the past. So do be aware that if you are feeling vulnerable, this is a relationship to make sure that there's still self-care happening. So don't be completely vulnerable, okay? We'll talk about the trust. I want you to feel like you can trust your person always, always, always. It's just that the spirit of the Seven of Swords is a self-care. So remember that it's really about yourself first, and then the relationship, okay? Let's see if there's some more challenges that come up in this next card, okay? So then we can get a clear idea of if this is something to move forward in, or if this is just a hit and miss, all right? But I really want this to be a forward moving, because this person's looking good for you. Okay, so what are the challenges? The Magician in the upright. So Mercurial energy, Virgo and Gemini. Not necessarily a Virgo and Gemini, but that energy of conversation, of creation, okay? So what does this mean is that this relationship can be a lot of creation. There could be a lot of energy built in the act of making things happen. doing things outside of yourself. Okay, the challenge is, we've been talking about this, is that the challenge is we need to make sure that the energy is also focused on the individuals. Okay, so don't spin out, don't put so much energy, excuse me, out there in the world that there's nothing left for you. That's what that card is telling me. Now, what is the advice to overcome this challenge of the Magician being in the upright? Magician in the upright is a good card, so it's a good challenge to have. It's just making sure that your energies are balanced. That's all. Okay. All right, the advice, the Ace of Cups did come out in the reverse. This again is telling me now you've got the potential here of some underhanded energies. Okay, so if the advice is, don't start something new emotionally here. Don't allow yourself to begin something emotionally here because of this mismanifestation. Then this card is basically, it's saying that you may need to pull back and start over, have a redo here, okay? Just because we've got some challenging cards here as the blessings of the relationship, but the relationship starts off so good. So it could be one of those where it starts really good, but it turns a little funny, okay? So what I'm going to do, just the advice here is, I'm just going to I'm going to advise you to feel into it. If it feels like you can't trust this person, you know, they've disarmed you, they've surprised you, you're feeling a little vulnerable, and there's a lot of energy that's going outside of the relationship but not building yourself first, then I would say that this card is advising you to pull back, pull your energy, pull back your emotions, okay? Now, if this feels like, again, what we were talking about initially was the relationship is about self-care, individual first, and then the relationship, making sure that your energy is spent on yourself first, then this is also, this advice here to get past this Magician energy is to make sure that you're keeping emotions in check and that you're making sure that there's a balance between activity and emotional connection, okay? That's what I'm feeling here, because this is just, you know, the Ace of Cups means that this emotionally isn't going forward, okay? But it's tricky because that's the advice there. Now I want to see what this overall potential is. This is a confusing relationship, Libra, Sagittarius. Have I called you Libra? Oh my gosh, if I have, I apologize. But what I'll say is, that's interesting that the Libra, maybe it's because of the balance issue that's coming up. But Sag, let's see. Eight of Pentacles. So this is showing me that this relationship is hard work. It's something that has a lot of potential though, okay? So this is something that you've been building towards. Now there's only one person in this card. So keep that in mind too, that both of you have to be in this relationship together and willing to do the work together. But the Eight of Pentacles is also a card of being recognized for being a hard worker. You're building this in a stable and solid way. And I feel like you've put the energy out there initially. So you've already built, like, you know, 6 pentacles up. You put those out there, and then once you come together, then you're adding to your pentacles collection. That's what I'm seeing here. Now, this obviously is a relationship of work. It's up to you to decide if it's worth it. If it feels like you can't trust your person, pull back. If it feels like it's too vulnerable, too scary, pull back. Get to the point where you feel comfortable, because that's what relationship, you know, it pushes you a little bit, but there's no reason why you should be uncomfortable and in a tailspin. That's not a positive, healthy way of living and being together. Do give yourself much more credit, okay? Remember that. Giving yourself much more credit to decide for you what's best, and ultimately the universe does have your back. All right, Sag? So I'm sending you all my love. Let me know how you feel about this one, and I'll see you soon.